Hello and welcome to our channel, Between Two Mediums. We're so glad you're here. My name is Kathy and I'm an evidential medium. I connect with spirit and try to help bring comfort and guidance and healing to loved ones who are still here with us.
And I'm Nancy. I'm an Akashic Records reader, medium, and practitioner, and I connect you with loved ones who've passed and also bring through channeled messages from spirit just to help you feel better and kind of help you guide your journey forward to know where you're going and what's going on and looking into past lives as well.
And together, we decided to create this space for those of you who are looking to explore your connection to spirit, where we explore everything from spirit connections to energy healing and spiritual growth. We'll share stories, insights, and practical advice to help you feel more connected, grounded, and aligned with your highest self.
And today we thought it'd be really fun to go and answer some questions that we've received and give you our takes on what we think about certain things in mediumship and the spiritual realm. And we can't get to all of them today, but we're going to get to a few that we get most often and talk about them together.
That's right. So let's get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so one of the first questions that we um, have been asked recently is, and I'm is should I join a spiritual development circle or work with a mentor? So, what has um, your experience been? Why should I join one? Why should I not join one? So, Nancy, I'm going to throw that one out to you to start us off because that's a really good question, and that one's come up multiple times.
Yeah. I think the answer is different for everybody, and I came about this a lot different, more differently than everybody else. Not than everybody else, but a lot of other people. Whereas I wasn't learning specifically with a certain mentor in a certain circle, I was kind of
Oh.
feeling my way through everything.
Hmm.
And I would meet a teacher and get some nuggets of wisdom from them, and then move on to somebody else. I didn't find
Hmm.
that I was religiously seeking out one mentor and studying fully under them for a year, as some people do, which I think is great.
Right,
That just didn't feel right to me with coming from Akashic Records and then to mediumship.
right,
It just, until I found the retreat that we both went on, that mentor really felt like a good match for me. But he also allowed me to continue seeking out others. So I just am the kind of person who keeps like swinging around and finding different people who feel right at that moment. And the only spiritual development circle I was in was for the Akashic Records, a gang where I call it a gang, but a group of four of us. It was like eight of us. And
uh-huh,
then the four of us can have continued to meet for every 2 weeks for a few years now. So with that group, I think I tried to do a mediumship circle and it just fizzled out. That's what I found
yeah.
with a lot of groups that I tried to become a part of. They didn't last. How about you? How about you?
Huh. So you kind of came in your own way, your own. Yeah, well, I'm opposite. I how I found this mentor I mean, I don't know. I stumbled upon something and it led into a class I took. And then that
Okay.
class led me to a person that I decided I wanted to go learn under. It's kind of funny because I don't know what pushed me to do that. I feel like looking back, like, boy, I had guts reaching out to this person.
Yeah.
But I did start under somebody I mean, I took a class. I don't want to sit and tell names, but then I went to somebody else who and worked with her directly, and her and people she had approved as other mentors that were good
Mhm.
to work with. And I started that way, kind of diving into learning how to do this. And so if the question is should I? It shouldn't be a should. You do what you're called to do. I think that finding a mentor is a great way to start
Mhm.
hearing their suggestions. But keep in mind, it's their suggestion. It's not a have to. There's no right or wrong way here. It's just what works for them. They're going to share what works for them, and they can give you kind of suggestions and guidance along the way. I think be cautious
Mhm.
with people who say you must do that this way and this is the only way to do it. Um, because I think it's a very individual um,
Yeah.
way. You evolve in your own way.
Mhm.
Mentors should um, come and go, or you learn a little bit from multiple people. Um, So I don't know. I
Mhm.
find working with a mentor worked well for me. I did do a lot of developmental circles, like practice groups and all. It took a lot of time. It's like you had a free night, you hop on a circle and you
Yeah.
practice. I found like that was really good, especially when you're in a supportive group that, oh, you're having a bad night and you're just nothing's making sense to anybody. Oh, well, try again the next time. You want a supportive group like that
Yeah.
because you're human. You're gonna have days where it's just nothing's jiving.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay to start. I don't think you need one to start. I think you should really pay attention to the push from the inside out, what you're being called to do, whether it's through a mentor or just your own general practice or reading books.
Mhm.
I think it's uh try different things and see. If you're
Yeah.
feeling something, you're trying one way and you're not liking it, you're not liking what they're saying, or then they are not for you. And so move on. Don't waste your time. And don't
Yeah.
spend a lot of money.
Yes, that's a key point too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
There's
so easy to even for these circles, but they're, $20 a pop and you're doing a few a week. That's a lot of money.
yeah, but
Um,
there's so many out there that are free.
there are a lot if you just look, you start to find the ones that are
Yeah.
free and the ones that fit your style. I was finding a lot of them were evidential mediumship, which wasn't where I felt like I fully belonged. And I don't know, and maybe it was me making it up, but I felt judged a lot, that I wasn't
Huh.
doing it a certain
Yeah.
way, that fit into that. And I think a lot of it was just me, self-judgment maybe, but it just didn't. And that's why I kept moving to find ones that felt more aligned. And I was shifted, kept looking and trying to
Hmm.
find where I was not getting a feeling of discouragement. So yeah, just keep moving and no, you don't have to spend a lot, but it's easy to. So just be
It's easy to,
cognizant of
but
that.
yeah, I would strongly suggest not making any big
Yeah.
investments there and keep looking and ask other people, reach out, ask for, because there's lots of places that are you should be in a nurturing place to be like, yeah, let's try this out,
Yeah.
and hey, try this next time, or I do this, maybe that'll work for you.
Yeah,
It,
and some groups are very, I'm sorry, I happen to cut you off.
no,
Um,
go, go.
it was interesting. I was in this class and he put us into breakout rooms and I was paired with this man. And he kept calling himself a beginner, but he was happy because he just kept learning from everybody else. So I said that some groups are judgmental, but most groups are very welcoming, and even no matter what level you are, it can be a really supportive place to just practice and learn. And that's where I grew the most, was just attending these quick practices where you go into breakout rooms and just
Hmm.
maybe you don't even know anything at all what you're doing, but you pick up techniques or strategies or learn from
Right.
other mediums. And that's where I gained the most, was then practice one-on-one sessions for Akashic Records and for mediumship, just finding these people who are willing to practice.
I think you said something really important there. You said they had breakout rooms. So, like, you can
Mhm.
go online and do these online groups and where they're on Zoom or whatever platform they use, and they have the breakout groups. You
Yeah.
don't have to go in person, but it'd be lovely if you could find a supportive group to start practicing with in person. But
Have you done that? I never have done that. Have I? I
no,
don't
I
think
would
I
love
have.
to do that. I would love to do a
I
practice
know,
group in
only in the
person.
in
I mean,
the real
outside of
workshops I did, but
oh yeah, I've gone to some live
the
workshops
retreats, the retreats.
and
But
obviously with I practice with Nancy, but where
yeah,
she's there, but so just it's safe then even too if you're like a little shy, nobody knows who you are. You're going to be joining a group, but they're
exactly.
people from all over. They're not your neighbors. They're people from all over.
Right.
So it should be a comforting, welcoming experience no matter who you work with or how you get started. It shouldn't be anything but curiosity and let me try it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so So that's our take for this week on this question. Thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And you got a question for us, or a topic, or that you would like us to discuss, go ahead and drop us a comment because we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and if you're curious about what we do or any of our events in person, head over to www.betweentwomediums.com for more, and you can find all our information right there. We'll see you next time.
Take care.